The NEA has a special grant called an Our Town grant that the economic development planner for the city of McCall applied for, and the grant was to hire an artist to design and create artwork for the new replacement bridge that they had put in that spans the spillway from the Payette Lake into the river. The title of it was called Bridging the Source, which I think is a great name for the project. It was really appealing to me because I'm also from Idaho and I grew up here. A big component of the Our Town grant asked the artists to do public outreach to help sort of inspire and come up and create design ideas. I put together a PowerPoint presentation that featured different bridges all over the world that had artwork on it. I also went up there a couple of times to do forging demonstrations and a public call for the community at large to come and join me to get their input. This was really valuable because I was able to, it gave me an opportunity to listen to what they had to say because they're the ones that live there all year round. So I took the drawings and the notes that they had and used them as source material for creating two designs that the city could choose from. One relating to the fish in the lake and the river, and also one relating to the seasons. So with the community's input, the city voted on the seasons concept, which is basically the 4 seasons. I chose to pull in kiln cast glass for the color in the design. So the color in the glass references the season. And then also there are forged botanical forms on each one of the designs. So there's spring flowers, summer flowers. For autumn, I used a hawthorn bush loaded up with berries. And then, of course, winter, I went with something very simple, which is a pine bough and a pine cone, because that's pretty much all you see up there in the winter, that and snow. So I have a background in traditional blacksmithing, which was very useful and helpful for this project. All of the metal work I've forged myself. Each pine needle is forged by hand, and so I made just multiples of those and then ended up welding them together. And then the pine cone itself took me about 4 days to make. So after I got the call from the city planning manager, I went up to McCall and took field measurements of the columns. I think because I made the work myself, I knew how to address any issues that would come up, because that's kind of part of it. When you're building it, you think, oh, what if this doesn't work or that doesn't work? And this is how I'm going to address that if that comes up in the installation. I'm already prepared. I've already thought about it. And so I've brought the equipment with me and the extra hardware, tools. If things happen to fall off the bridge into the river, we have a backup. So when we showed up, the people from Parks and Rec were there with their equipment, and we lifted everything out of the truck, and they helped us settle everything onto the pedestals. And then me and my assistant worked together to finish putting in the bolts and doing all the touch-up work and finish the installation together. And because of that, the installation was very smooth. So as you're driving onto the bridge from either side, there is an artwork flanking each side of the bridge. So if you look to the left, you see spring. You look to the right, you see summer. And then you cross over the bridge, and then there's fall on the right, and then you look to the left, and it's the winter concept. Now that the project is installed, it's really important to me for the community to enjoy it, and I hope they're proud of it, and I hope that the pieces are something that they can be proud of and brag on. That would be really nice.